Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday, August 8th, 2026. I hope everybody's having a good day so far. Um, Today is Story Saturday, so I'm just going to jump right in and we'll get going. Uh, have you ever thought, have you ever had something in your life that completely messed up your plans? I mean, you had it figured out, you knew where you're going, and you knew that you wanted something to happen. And then life came along and said, nope, we're going a different direction. It's happened to me a lot. And I think just about everybody's had that experience at one time or another. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. So I want to welcome you to Story Saturday. It's episode 9, just sharing life here. So, when you're younger, I think a lot of us had this idea that life was supposed to be some kind of plan that you go to school, you get a job, make some money, get married, you know, raise a family, buy a house, all that good stuff. And then somewhere along the way, you're supposed to have everything figured out. But something I've learned is I don't think anybody ever really has it all figured out. We're just living it one day at a time. And I've had things happen in my life that at the time I thought were just terrible. I had plans change and opportunities disappear. Uh, I made decisions that probably weren't the best to make. And I even had moments where I wondered, what am I going to do now? But the interesting part is that when I look back at some of those moments, I realized that some of the things I thought were setbacks actually changed the direction of my life. So I got thinking about, and here's a question that I started asking myself: what if the thing you're disappointed today ends up being the thing that you're thankful for, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now? Just think about that. So, for example, um, maybe you didn't get that job, or maybe your relationship didn't work out, or it could be maybe a business idea failed. Maybe you moved somewhere and just, you discovered that wasn't what you expected. Or, maybe simply you just woke up one day and realized this ain't where I thought I'd be at this point in my life as well. And I've been there. I've certainly had those moments. But sometimes, one door forces you to look around and you notice something you probably never would have noticed otherwise. And it might be a different opportunity. It might be a brand new relationship or just a different idea. Maybe even, a completely different version of yourself. The older I get, the more I realize that life isn't life isn't a straight road by any means. It's more like one of those old country roads where you're going around a curve uphill and down another hill, and sometimes you have no idea what's going around the next bend. And, but that's part of life. And maybe we're not supposed to know everything that's coming, because if we did, we probably wouldn't. We probably would spend so much time worrying about tomorrow that we'd forget about enjoying today. Um, Something else I've been thinking about is some of the best chapters of life might begin with something you never even wanted to happen. It's hard to see when you're standing in the middle of it, and when something goes wrong, our first reaction is usually, why is this happening? But maybe a better question to be asking is, where could this take me? And because you still get to decide what happens to you, you're not in control. of everything that happens. Uh, but you can control what you do. You know, you can control learning something or changing directions, starting over again, whatever the case may be. And sometimes, starting over again, it isn't failure. It's just life telling you that, there's another road out here. So why don't you see where this one goes? So anyhow, if you're watching this today and your life isn't exactly what you thought it would be, and don't worry about it, because you're in pretty good company. Mine hasn't gone exactly according to my plan either. That's okay, because I'm still here. I'm still learning, still trying things, still making mistakes, but I am still curious about what's around the next corner. And that's really what this channel is about. I'm not here because I got life figured out. I'm here because I'm living life just like everybody else. And every now and then, sitting down and talking about some of the things I've learned along the way, maybe something I say might remind you of something in your own life. And if it does, great. I'd love to hear about it. Tell me in the comments what's something that didn't go according to your plan in your life. You're looking back and you're actually glad it didn't go that way. Your story might be exactly what somebody else needs to hear today. So if you enjoyed spending these few minutes today with me on my talk, please subscribe and hit the like button. And I'll be back tomorrow. And then, take care. Take care of yourself. Be good to people around you and be blessed. And just remember that just because life doesn't follow your plan doesn't mean it isn't taking you somewhere worth growing. So with that, I'll let this story Saturday go, and you all have a great day, and thank you for watching.